I want to show you how to develop a shot that we have to get into the fairway. Now, in order for us to understand what we call the go-to shot, what we have to understand is how the path of the club and the face of the club are related in understanding curve. So, what I want to do is I just want to paint some pictures for you. And here's the way this works. Let's say that you wanted to hit a tee shot that was going to fade to the right, so the right-handed player. So we would have a path that would be going over to the left-hand side. So that orange line right there is that's going to be our path. And then the face of the golf club is going to be this green one. Now, what we have to do is, in order for me to get this ball to curve back to the target, what I have to do is now take this tee, and if you have an overhead shot, perfect. What we want to do is, I need to make sure that the face of my golf club is open to that path. That does not mean open to that target. It means open to this path. So if I'm swinging this club over here and I take the path of the golf club and it's no longer an absolute perpendicular relationship, then I'm going to get a cut. And if I'm going to hit a draw, now what I have to do is I have to get this path to go out to the right for the right-handed player. And then the face of the golf club, which perpendicular would be there, I would have to get this to be closed to that path. So we have to understand how to take the path and get the path to the left for a cut, or to the left for a right-handed player for a cut, and over here to the right to try to hit a draw. That then face has to oppose it. What? What that means simply is this. The face of the golf club and the path of the club have to oppose one another in order for the ball to curve. If I'm going to move a ball to the right, face left, path left, face right, and if I'm going to hit a ball to the left, path right, face left, okay? Now, here's what we have to do. Pretty simple action. Let's just say I'm a right-handed player and I want to hit a cut. What I have to do first is develop the path. So if my tee is here, I want to get my path going in this fashion right here. So I'm going to rehearse what I have to do to get this club to get through this field goal right here, this path here. So you can see how that path now is going in between those tees. And then if I'm going to hit a draw, I've now got to have it go to the push side. Now what I want to do is I want to go here. That's the first step. Control what's happening with path. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my go-to shot, which is a cut shot. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take this. I'm not worried about this ball necessarily curving just yet, as much as I want to get this thing starting down the left-hand side or the pull side. So I want to get this to go through that path like that. So you can see that ball started down to the left, and look at that. So I was able to time up the face, and that ball curved back to the right. That is exactly what I want to see. Now what will come on over here, what we're going to see after we do that is we're going to get a side spin rate of R. I'm not concerned with the number right yet. I just want R. That means it's going to go R. It's going to the right. That's what we want to do. So I've got that figured out. Now, what I want to do for my mind is I now want to get to controlling the face. So what I have is this little wine rack here, and let's assume that my path is going through on that line there. What I want to do is I want to set this face so that it is in what I would call square to open. Okay, so I'm going to just put it right there. Now what I'm going to do is take my tee, put it in the middle, and now as I go through, I have this image that my club face, and if you had an overhead, that's excellent. Yeah, overhead's perfect. So when I come through and I'm going this way, I'm getting the image that my face is going to match right up to the start of that wine rack right there. So I'm here, and now I'm going to go across. Now, it won't pick up because the wine rack is there, but that's a great image for you to feel that. Okay, I feel what it feels like in my hands to get the face of that club into the open position. And now when I remove that wine rack and get this thing teed up, which really isn't that hard to do. There you go. Now all of a sudden, I'm feeling what I have to feel in order for this club to go across with this open face. So here. So I got the face open, but I clearly didn't get my path correct. You can see that that one started a little bit more to the right, but it curved to the right. So when I start to examine my shot, and I see the ball curved to the right, but it didn't start enough to the left, I either had the face way open, maybe, or my path was a little bit more down the line instead of across, likely.